applied. I did not know who had what, so I just kind of read the starting grid as it went, but here we go. Get a little bit of a black screen buffer here before we get into it, but and here we go. AMS Lawrence with a great start. He does not get black screen, but on the run down to turn 2, which will be on the kink. You get a little hop there. Hard on the brakes into turn 2. Let's see if there's any chaos. I think everyone should get through cleanly. I think I saw a little bit of 3 wide back there. Someone gets spun. I'm not sure who that was. That was one of the... let's see here. And that is GTR Lucky. He got spun off the start. Very chaotic. Yeah, it's going to be a very unfortunate for him, but back up to AMS Lawrence. He's going to get away cleanly. GTR Lucky gets spun off the start. He'll be, he's got 50 minutes of racing ahead, 35 laps, but yeah, it's never a good start to a race. AMS Lawrence, as I said, he will be out to the lead. FRA Rufus looking to maybe make a move in these early stages. SVR Bullet selling into third. He doesn't have any black screen dramas like last time. Down through the corkscrew for the first time. On board now with SVR Bullet, as he is now in pursuit of Rufus and AMS Lawrence. We'll see if we have any lap 1 pitters here. None that I saw. But here we go. SVR Bullet now take it 2 wide of Rufus. It was 3 wide for a second. He has the inside for turn 2. Let's see if he can make anything with it. He'll have the preferred line for turn 1 now. Hard brake into turn 2. Rufus defending hard on the outside. They make a little bit of contact there, as Bullet will get through into second place. Very nice move. He got the exit off of the final corner that he needed, and that will complete the move there. I don't think we saw anyone pit lap 1, so it is an endurance race. You're not going to see many people hit lap 1 as we saw. But here we go. Rufus now actually getting back up the inside as Nick now has a look. Seeing some really good racing up front. I hope we can catch some of the guys back there later on, but seeing some really good racing up here, so we're going to stay on board with ACR Nick for now. Bolt now back into third. AMS Lawrence doesn't quite have the safe gap he'd want yet, but coming up to the corkscrew for the second time in this race now. Very important to get your entry right. Everyone gets through cleanly, it looks like. We're back on board with the track cameras. And we're already seeing these 4 kind of start to break away. Roodles, hopefully we'll see if he can get in on the action. I don't believe Nick raced on his last time out, so this is his first start in the SRL GT1 Series. Now as we enter lap 3, let's start to look further on back. We have ACR Rules in 5th place, as I had mentioned. Llama and NWR Loyal right behind. Coming through turn 3 and up to turn 4. Go back with the Llama here. We'll go on board as they go through turn 5. Now we're starting to get a little spread out here. Starting to get single file. The chaos at the start starting to calm down. Further on back. Lucky now making his way through the field. Up to 14th. A little wide entering the hairpin there, but he'll still keep it. Yeah, only lap 3, and Lucky is already up to 14th, so it's looking very promising. And we'll see if he can make his way back up to the front by the time this race is over. I'll be sure to keep track of his march through the field. Looking back up to 9th here. I think we see Dritz and Canuck now battling for 9th. Canuck not quite there. Oh, he's going to be right at his bumper. Very tight and technical track, so it's a bit more difficult to get a move done here. Takes a lot of planning, or maybe just see a mistake of your opponent and you shove it right in there, but I'd be surprised if we see as many overtakes as we did at Laguna. Back up to this lead battle. Nick now hounding Bullet for 3rd. Still kind of have this breakaway pack in the top 4. AMS Lawrence once again lead in. Rufus in 2nd, Bullet in 3rd. Nothing major has changed yet. I don't think we'll see any pitting until we'll see if the drivers split it into 3. There are different strategies to take into account when deciding when to pit. Are you stuck in a battle? Are you stuck in traffic? Do you have clear air? If you have clean track, you might want to stay out for a little bit longer. If you're stuck in traffic, you might want to pit earlier, but also gotta think about the tires. This track is also known to munch up the tires quickly, so lots of factors to take into account. Back to drifts, I do think we see some hitters. So we'll see Foxhound and Mosler GTR making their first pit stops. Oh, and GTR Infamous with a slide there. Bones will be all over him. There. So Bones going up the inside of Infamous, trying to take 8th away. Bones still side by side up, and he'll file back in for turn 6. Now on the run down to the corkscrew, Bones is all over Infamous. Nut got shuffled back through there. Bones and Drit's teammates line astern. So we have seen our first pitters in this race. I'll be trying to keep track of that the best I can. And Canuck with a big slide through turn 10 there. He's going to lose a bit of ground, as Dritz, I believe, will dive into the pit lane. Oh no, he's diving. Lucky, I believe. Yeah, Lucky. Lucky will be making his first pit gain out of traffic. We'll see Red Power Creeper also in. Night Node as well. Yeah, back up with the Llama now. We see Llama and NWR loyal. Bumper to, not quite bumper to bumper, but they're within reach of each other for 6th place. So I did not expect to see pitting so early, but might have just been me getting my facts wrong. Infamous now selling into 8th place. He has Bones with the Bones just barely taps him there, and Infamous gets all out of whack. Bones doesn't, and Infamous slides through turn 9, just carries him way too much heat. That's going to be Bones through for 8. Thank you very much. Can Dritz maybe take advantage as well? Yep, Dritz is now through into 9th place, so costly mistake from Infamous. Just carried too much heat into turn 9 and overcooked it. We'll see if he can get it back from Dritz all over his back bumper. On the run down to turn 2 now. Effectively turn 1, but track map says turn 2, so I'll be going by that big lockup from Infamous. He's going to still make the corner, however. All over the back of Dritz. He's going to be determined to try to make up for the mistake that he made. Try to catch anyone else if they're paying. Infamous up the inside of Dritz into turn 3. Go on board here, and Infamous will be through into 9th place. Dave Drist has a run back at him, and he will. They're wheel to wheel on the run down to turn 5. Can he go all the way around the outside? Infamous slides through. He's gonna have the crossover. Drist will. Side by side on the run to turn 6. And Infamous will think better of it and back out. Good little battle we're having here. And Infamous now, he's gonna try to make a move into the corkscrew. They're still side by side. They're bumping and banging. Infamous going straight up the inside. He's gonna make the move stick, it looks like. If he can try to not repeat the mistake he made through turn 9, he's going to have 9th place sealed, and he will. Back with the replay cameras, I do think we have some battling going on for 2nd place. Looks like we do SBR Bullet all over Rufus for 2nd. We do have a pitter. That is Roodles. So he is making his first stop in this race. But Bullet is all over Rufus. We're going to go on board here. See if he can't make a move into turn 5. Not quite there. Now on the run down to turn 6. You're not going to see many moves made here, but your run through here can compromise your line into the corkscrew if you get it wrong. Bullet, does he maybe take a look in the corkscrew? Not quite close enough. Yeah, we're seeing some good racing up front, good racing in the middle. Yeah, Lawrence he's not running into the distance in this race. Rufus and Bullet are keeping him busy. Rufus might actually have a little look on Lawrence here as they come through the final turn. A little bit of smoke. And here we go. He tries to get side by side, but Lawrence will get the better run as their line of stern heading into turn 1. Already on lap 9 of this race. We'll jump over to the crest. Hard braking into turn 2. Three-way fight for the win. You see another pitter back there. That is NWR Loyal making his first stop. Now on board with AMS Lawrence. Going back to Rufus. Yeah, there's a very tight and technical track, so it's hard to get a move done, as I said, but when you do pull it off, it is certainly a good overtaking endeavor. Now coming back up the hill, up to the corkscrew. Still, all 3 of the top 3, bumper to bumper, coming down the corkscrew, through Rainy Curve, and Rufus almost takes a little look up the inside, a little bit of contact there. Clear turn 10. And Bullet now, he's going to have a really good run as Rufus peels off to make his first pit, so he's going to have enough of that, and he's going to make his way in for his first stop of the race. So that just leaves our front 2. See what we can find in the field here. Looks like we have a battle for 12th between AMS Jake and Roodles, who just made his stop. Roodles now trying to go all the way around the outside and turn 9. Can he make it stick into turn 10? And it looks like he is going to do that. Very nice from ACR. Roodles Canuck now diving in to make his first pit stop of the race. Can Jake have a fight back on Roodles, or is that just going to be it for him? He's going to have a run. Here we go. Down the main straight. He's going to have the power in that McLaren to sail on by Roodles. So Roodles will have to try to get that overtake done. Once again, he's going to dive it into turn 1. A little opportunistic there to make a little bit of rubbing there. Loyal also back there. He made his first pit stop a few laps ago. Roodles trying to get back by AMS the Jake. AMS the Jake has not made his first stop yet. We'll go on board with Roodles. And Roodles will be, he'll be keen to try to get by AMS Jake, because Jake has not made his pit stop yet, but Roodles has, so Roodles is kind of in this phase where he's trying to get through everyone who hasn't pit yet. And as a racer, you're going to fight that, you're not just going to lay down and take it. So AMS Jake for now holding off Rudels. Loyal might be entering the picture here. And indeed he is. We're going to see what he can do. Rudels still trying to get by Jake. He's going to try that same move to the inside of turn 9. Can he hold it all the way around the outside of turn 10? Yes, he will. A little bit of contact again. Loyal will have a bit of, he'll touch Jake. But let's see if Rudels can get away on the main straight this time. The McLaren does seem to have more power, as we have a few more pitters, it looks like. Bones, Infamous, and Sealock King. As well as Mosley GT. Now Rules promoted into P5, AMS the Jake in P6. Going back to 14th now. You see Dritz in 14th. Red Power Creeper just behind. On board. Red Power Creeper, see, not quite close enough to make a move. Sunshine right behind the duo. We go back up to AMS Jake actually, as Loyal's still trying to negotiate his way around. As AMS Jake will now dive in for his pit stop. So Lucky's done a really good job in this race so far. He is back up into 7th place after his opening lap drama in turn 1. I don't know if the win will quite be in the picture, but I'm sure he'll certainly be in contention for a podium. His next target will be Loyal. So we're going to see what we can find throughout the field. So while I was looking away, AMS Lawrence did make his pit. So that leaves SVR Bullet and Nick out there, as Soul 2 who have not made their pit stop out front yet. Now switching around here, trying to find something good. Loyal and Lucky for due for now. Loyal defend to the inside into turn 11. Can Lucky go all the way around the outside? Not quite. Down the main straight as they enter lap 13. Lucky, can he power? Not quite. See if he makes a move into turn 1. Lucky dives down the inside. What a move. Can he make it stick? It looks like he will. That is Lucky up into 6th place. Up next is Llama. We'll see if he can get by Loyal. Through the sweeping right-hander of turn 4. And up to turn 5. Begin the climb up the hill. Back here. Looks like we have some good battling going on in the middle, so I'll go back there. Sunshine currently in 12th. Mosley GT behind, as well as Dark Neo. He is making his first start in the GT1 Series. Further on back. I actually start seeing some lap traffic in these early stages. As I said, Bullet currently leading. He has not made his pit stop yet. Sorry, I'm just kind of shuffling around, just trying to find something to watch. Back to Loyal and Llama. They make their way up and through turn 3. And through turn 4. Llama not quite within striking distance of Loyal. As I said, it is a bit of a difficult track for overtaking, so you do have to be right on it, right there, to try and make a move. Either that or capitalize on a mistake. We have seen a few mistakes so far. As I said, it is a difficult track. Not very forgiving runoff. Do a corkscrew now. You see a pitter. That will be AMS Lawrence making his pit, as well as Nick. So Bullet, well, not Bullet, sorry. So Rufus will cycle out to the lead. It looks like mostly everyone has pit so far, at least once. So I'm trying to keep track of this race. Back up to the front here. I'm already there, sorry. So Rufus currently leading, AMS Lawrence in second. So Rufus got the better of the first pit sequence. He pitted out of this battle, and he is now he's now ahead of Lawrence and Bullet. So I do believe everyone has now pit once. Correct. So we should expect to see at the second set of pit stops, probably closer to the lower 20s, maybe a few laps, depending on who will pit and when. So Lawrence now stalking Rufus for that first place. Oh, black screen. Hopefully we didn't see anyone disconnect from this race. A little bit of lag there, okay. AMS Lawrence waiting for an opportunity. Let's see if we lost anyone. Hopefully we didn't. Oh, I think we did. Did we? Not sure actually. Currently on lap 16 of 35. Currently watching the battle for the lead of the race. Let's go back through the field again. Looks like we do have a pretty big battle for some of the lower positions in 16th, 17th, and 18th. On board with Mountery GT. I believe he was just overtaken by NWR Nick for 16th place. See if he can fight back. Lear's now entering lap 17. Lawrence still trying to look for an opportunity to get back by Rufus. Almost at the halfway point of this race already. Coming up to the corkscrew. And it's all about trying to... Now this is when you start trying to figure out how to get a run and And you're gonna get through turn 9. Don't carry too much heat. You get through turn 10. And then you get to 11, and that's, you know, I think the final corner is the most important on a lot of tracks, because most often it'll lead onto the main straight, where you're gonna have a good, you know, this is where you need to have a really good exit, and you need to try to get up to your opponent and be within striking distance into turn 1. A little bit of a jump there as we enter lap 18. This will be the halfway mark of this race. Lawrence still looking for a way past Rufus. A bit more spread out than last week, it appears. Going back to 11th and 12th with Z-Lock King and Mr. Sunshine, 2 SRL admins. We'll see if Sunshine can make a move down the main straight. Doesn't quite have the power that Z-Lock King has. Into the braking zone of turn 2. See what Sunshine can do through the first half of the lap. We'll go on board with him. Oh, hold on. There we go. Through turn 4. A little bit of a twist from Z-Lock King, it looks like there. And can Sunshine make a move to the outside in turn 5? Z-Lock King goes defensive, and here he goes. Not going to go around the outside. Okay, get the cutback on the run up to turn 6. Not quite going to be there, so he's going to file right back in line. Z-Lock King with another twitch there. Can Mr. Sunshine do anything about it? Do the corkscrew. As I said, it's all about trying to materialize your run through the last part of the lap and trying to get to that final corner and getting the best run you can. And Z-Lock King catches a bit of the sand there. Sunshine all over his back bumper trying to make something happen. And Z-Lock King goes defensive. Sunshine, can he go around the outside? Can't get the cutback. Z-Lock parks it on the corner. Good battle going on for 11th. Back to the replay cameras. Yeah, Sunshine just doesn't quite have the power that Z-Lock King has. Through turn 2. I'm gonna stick on board with this for now. There's the Sunshine trying to negotiate his way past Z-Lock King. Through turn 5. And sometimes it's just about trying to wait for your opponent to make a mistake. You can't just force. Sometimes it's not about trying to get the overtake done, but it's more just trying to wait for the error. And he's gonna try to go all the way around the outside in turn 9 here. Not quite gonna work out. Sunshine looking every which way trying to get by. Through turn 10, he's gonna take a look here. He's gonna have the inside for turn 11. Is this what he needs to finally get the overtake done? He's gonna shoot up the inside and into 11th place. Does Z-Lock King fight back on the main straight? Right on to lap 20. This is Sunshine forced to go defensive. Z-Lock King trying to make a move around the outside into turn 2. This is Sunshine has the preferred line. Can he hold on to 11th place? And yes, he will. He does get the overtake done. Very nicely done. Go back to the battle for 14th, looks like here, between Dritz and Canuck. Making the most of what we have. We don't have as much on-track battling as we did at Mugello. On board with Canuck. Through turn 5. Gonna be looking, trying to see where he can make a move on Dritz. Up to the corkscrew. Gonna go out a little bit wider in turn 9 there. Turn 10. A bit of lag there. Wonderful. As Dritz now dives into the pit lane, this will be his second pit stop of the day. What else? So Rufus still out in the lead. AMS Lawrence in second place. So Rufus has started to build out a lead on last week's race winner, negotiating their way through some lap traffic, entering lap 22 of 35 now. This race has just been zooming by as Lawrence zooms by on the front straight. I'll be here all week, folks. Yeah, not quite as much excitement as we wanted so far in this race. I've been trying to cover as much on-track battles as possible, many on-track battles as possible. ACR Rule is now diving in for his second pit stop. Go back to 16th and 17th here. AMS the Jake and Red Power Creeper. Another two racers in close proximity. Through turn 9, we see NWR Nick 29 up the road in 15th place. See another pitter there. As Mr. Sunshine, he'll be making his second and final pit stop in this race. Red Power Creeper also now diving in. So we're starting to see that second round of pit stops come in. We're gonna go back up to Loyal and Llama here. And Loyal still hanging on to 6th place. Down real quick. Up the run to the corkscrew. And NWR Loyal does run a bit wide there, forced to cut the chicane. Is this the mistake that Llama's looking for? To the inside of turn 9, here we go. They're side by side. Side by side, still coming up to turn 10. Loyal will have the preferred line. Can Llama hang out around the outside and have the preferred line for turn 11? Side by side into the final corner. And Llama will get the overtake done. Is it over yet though? Loyal still right there on his back bumper. Into the braking zone of turn. Big lockup from Loyal. I think that's going to be Llama through into 6th place. Very nicely done. We will have a few more drivers here. Let's see if Loyal can get back by Llama. We're going to go on board. You're not going to see much overtaking done up the hill. Might see a little cheeky dive bomb here or there, but usually it's too tight to try to get anything done. The Llama now trying to run away while he can. Does Loyal have a little look? Big lock up there. Thought about it for a second, but thought better of it. We have got here. AMS and GTR Infamous, 12th and 13th. Infamous has just made his pit stop. Through the corkscrew. All over the back of AMS Jake. You see Mr. Sunshine in the background there, looming in the distance. See a few more cars pitting. As Llama, Loyal, and Bones. Canuck also in as well. Jake now also making his pit stop, so yeah, we're seeing a lot of activity in the pit lane. Llama's still ahead of Loyal, so we don't see any Forza pit stop jumps. Let's see what else we got here. We got Lawrence and Nick now into the pit lane. Rufus still our race leader. Red Power Creeper and AMS Jake now 17th and 18th. Foxhound IG just behind. And they have gone a lap down in this race, I do believe. The leader, Rufus, just up the road. As these later stages of the race where everyone starts to become strung out, not as much on-track battling as it is just lapping and trying to be better than your opponent, really. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Loyal still hanging on to Llama, but Llama seems to just barely be inching out the gap. Lap 26 of 35 in this race, so just 10 laps to go already. Everyone's cycling through, making their second stops. So Lawrence yet to make his pit stop. Plus there are cars there. See a battle for 14th. We're gonna go on board with that. Dritz and NWR Nick. See Red Power Creeper as well in the background there. Yes, we do. We might see a little 4-car get together for 14th in the later stages of this race. Through turn 6 and up the hill. Just catching a little bit of sand there. Is that what Nick needs to try to get past? Using up all the track he can to maybe have a little look up the inside. Dritz runs wide. Nick trying to get out of the corkscrew side by side, but Dritz isn't having any of it. Through turn 9 now. On board with NWR Nick. See if he can get the run he needs to get this overtake done on Dritz for 14th. Here we go, he is in the slipstream, not very powerful in Forza, but does he have a little look up the inside? He takes a look, but no overtaking attempt is made. Chris Payne's onto the position for now, catches a bit of sand on the exit of turn 2, and Nick now has a little look up the inside once again. Dritz shuts the door. Red Power Creeper, he's looking on from behind. He's going to be wishing that these two continue battling as Nick catches a bit of sand himself, runs a bit wide. As I said, this track is not very forgivable for runoff. Through turn 5 now, beginning to climb up the hill. That Ford has a lot of power in it, so that's where Dritz is having an advantage on those straights. It's not quite as close to Dritz on the last lap, I don't think. Gonna check in on the battle for the lead. The top 3 are strung out, so it'll be Rufus, who is currently leading. We'll do a little bit of a through the field here, if you will. So Rufus will continue to lead this race. In the earlier stages, it kind of swung back and forth, but Rufus made that early pit out of the battle for the lead earlier on, and that's what has gifted him this race lead so far. AMS Lawrence currently sitting in second place. He is last week's race winner. Unless he can close down on Rufus in these closing laps, he won't be able to repeat that feat. SVR Bullet currently rounds out the podium in third place. He's had a very solid race so far. We go back to ACR Nick, who's currently in fourth place. He's also had a pretty quiet race so far, but you know, he's been hanging in there. He has some lap traffic to contend with there, so hopefully he gets through cleanly. GTR Lucky, currently in 5th place. He's doing very well to recover after his lap 1 spin. As I said, the race win probably out of reach, but you know, he's in the top 5, so it's been a very good recovery. ACR Rudel is currently in 6th place. The ACR boys having a really good day out. Llama, so we see Llama in 7th. He made a pretty good move on Loyal earlier to get past him and into 7th place. And WR Loyal was the victim of that attack. He'll be trying to get back at Llama in these last 8 laps of the race. Bone's currently in 9th place. In the lower end of the top 10, he's had a pretty decent race so far. You see Mr. Sunshine in 10th place. He's been quietly making his way through the pack. You see Zelot King as well behind him in 11th place. He's been fighting to try to get into that top 10 all day. We'll see if he can do it. GTR Infamous right behind him in 12th place. He's been involved in a few scraps throughout the field today. Dark Neo X currently making his first start in the GT1 Series, so he's done a pretty good job so far, I'd say. Currently in the 13th place position. Driss Dewar currently sits in 14th place. And he's also been involved in his fair share of battles. Red Power Creeper currently in 15th place. He's trying to hold off AMS Jake and MWR Nick. As MWR Nick has a little look on. So we'll go back to AMS Jake as Nick tries to get by him. And we also have the race leader trying to pick his way through, so this is a bit of a messy situation. On board with Nick here. He has the race leader wedged between him and his opponent. And this is what it starts to get messy in the later stages of this race, where you have some drivers going a lap down who are fighting for those lower positions. And if the leader trying to get through, you know, he's probably saying, "Let me pass, come on." But you know, these guys are trying. You know, you have to give way to the leader, but at the same time, you don't want to give way. You don't want to give too much time up to the drivers who you are battling for those positions. So it can be a pretty messy situation, but at the end of the day, you do want to try to get out of the way for the leader. Rufus having a bit of trouble with traffic, as we are now on lap 30 of this race, 6 laps to go. You see Lawrence in the background, so that's why Rufus, he's trying to get by this traffic, because now this is going to allow Lawrence to close up. We're going to go back, so we're going to go on board with AMS Lawrence, as he is now seeing this lap traffic, and this might just be his chance to strike. And that's Rufus just up the road. So Rufus desperately trying to get by. And that's the situation we currently see for the race lead. Rufus still still stuck up behind the lap cars, as AMS Lawrence now coming to lap Nick, MWR Nick and AMS Jackie makes a quick move to the inside into the corkscrew. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We might have a race for the lead as Rufus finally gets past Red Power Creeper. A little bit too late for his liking, I'd imagine. AMS Lawrence trying to get by AMS to Jake. I believe that is his teammate, so he'll be wanting to let him pass sooner than later. Rufus finally gets clear of that traffic for now. Go back here. So yeah, the lap traffic has allowed AMS Lawrence to claw back some ground on Rufus here. We'll see if that means anything. 5 laps to go in this race. We haven't seen as much action as we saw at Mugello, but but you might see some right at the very end of this race. Rufus can see, Lawrence can see Rufus up the road. Has a few lap cars ahead, so he'll be hoping that Driss and Red Power get out of the way, but now they're fighting for 14th, so go on board with Lawrence here as he tries to negotiate this. Red Power Creeper with a little bit of a slide, and he sees Rufus right up the road. He's going to be wanting to try to get on the back of it. This is Lawrence trying to get by Red Power Creeper. Oh, he's not cooperating. Trying to go around the outside of turn 9. These lap cars you want these lap cars to get out of the way, but as I was saying, it's the whole conflict of the lap cars not wanting to lose time and the leaders not wanting to lose time, and Rufus now getting away because Lawrence is stuck behind Red Power Creeper and Driss. Red Power Creeper completely blocks off the inside there, not making it easy for Lawrence. A little bit of contact there, and Lawrence trying to get by Red Power Creeper, still not letting him through. At this point it's just getting a bit silly because Driss is getting away now, so a bit of a messy situation we got going on here. SRL Bullet will be contending with some of this traffic, but 4 laps to go now. So because Lawrence has been kind of stuck in with those lap cars, Rufus has been able to spread his legs and start running away with it once again. Now we're going to go back to the perspective of Driss and Red Power Creeper in their battle for 14th as Lawrence tries to negotiate getting past to get shoved up the inside of the corkscrew, and that's going to be done and dusted. Driss not giving him too much trouble, it looks like, but yeah, this is the battle for 14th. Driss and Red Power Creeper. AMS Jake also looking to maybe get into it as well. We see SRL Bullet in the background starting to make his way through these guys. Coming on to lap 33 for the leaders, lap 32 for these guys. 3 laps to go now. Let's take a look at the gap between the leaders. It's not too big, but I think, Rufus, unless something else crazy happens, he might have this race in the books. But, never say never. On board with Red Power Creeper. They both catch a bit of sand, it looks like there. They make their way up to turn 5. Oh, Red Power Creeper has a bit of a slide there. That's what Driss wants to see. He wants to try to run away with this place. I do believe at this point everyone has made their second pit stop. Now through the corkscrew. Yeah, AMS Jake and NWR Nick not too far behind. AMS Jake now getting lapped by SRL Bullet. A little out of shape there. So just 2 laps to go now in this race. This race sure has flown by. Now we've seen some pretty good racing throughout. Given the track, tight and technical track. A bit difficult to overtake around here, but we've seen some pretty good moves made today. Driss are now trying to run away with 14th place. AMS Jake has Red Power Creeper in his sights. Might not be able to get there before the race is over. Both battles have an eye on. And aside from this little mid-pack fight we have going on here, everyone else seems pretty strung out. Red Power Creeper still in pursuit of Still in pursuit of Dritz. Bullet about to lap Dritz. So here we go, the leaders will be coming on to their final lap any moment now. Bullet's still trying to lap Dritz. Bullet pretty much has third in the bag. Oh, and Bullet has spun. I don't know if that was contact with Dritz or not, but one moment here. Now here comes Nick, so that will prove costly maybe as we enter our final lap of the race. Rufus has played this quite brilliantly, I will say. Now he was involved in the fight for the lead earlier on, but he made his pit stop first, and that's what allowed him to get into the lead. We saw a bit of troubles with the lap traffic, but yeah, he made it through. Not quite cleanly, but he made it through alright. And coming up to the second half of the lap, no mistakes, just gotta get it through. You see AMS Lawrence not within striking distance, I don't think. But yeah, he's been leading, not from start to finish, but certainly a driver worthy of the race win today. He's gonna make his way through a rainy curve. Don't overheat it. He gets a good exit through turn 10, and he just has one last turn to navigate up to turn 11, around turn 11, and up to the start finish line, and it's going to be FRA Rufus who wins round 2 of the SRL GT1 Series at Laguna Seca. AMS Lawrence will come through in second place. It looks like Bullet trying to hang on to third from ACR Nick. It looks like he will indeed do that. So SVR Bullet will come through in third place. ACR Nick will finish fourth place. Yeah, a little glimpse of hope at trying to get third place, but now GTR Lucky will come through in fifth place. A very good recovery after his spin on the start. ACR Rudels will come home in sixth place so long as he can navigate this final corner, which he will. On the run up to the line, he will finish in sixth place. Llama now and negotiating these final couple of corners. He made a good move on Loyal earlier in the race to secure 7th place, and that is where he is going to finish the final corner. Up to the line, Llama finishes 7th place. NWR Loyal will finish 8th place. Bones will finish 9th place. Very good race from him. Mr. Sunshine will come home in 10th place. He'll round out the top 10. GTR Infamous, he'll come home in the 11th place. Little brake marker going on. Looking off there, but Zealot King will finish 12th. Dark Neo X will finish 13th on debut, so a very good race from him. And that is race over, so